As I said in my profile, one of the one of my favourite books I like to read is Kingdom of the Cults by Dr. Walter Martin. Um, Very exhaustive study into the world of the cults, the occult, and the New Age. Now, um, I first heard of Walter Martin uh, around the time I basically got involved with Reach Out Trust and started looking at this whole ministry. And a couple of years ago, I came across this website, which certainly appeared to me to be an official Mormon-sponsored website by the Last Day Saints, and they really laid into him as to his authority, as to his education, as to whether he could was qualified to speak about what he was speaking about, and also laid into his personal life, and highlighted the fact that he'd been divorced. And I don't know if this is true or not, as to if he was, but it got me thinking, knowing that these are issues that go on in the Christian church at times with some people and other people, and that, how does God actually view divorce and divorced people, and can God use people who have been divorced for his ministry, to reach people, and does it disqualify you in some way? Does it make you a leper? And I did think that, sometimes the church does, and people reading the Bible do treat people who have been through divorce as some sort of lepers, without even questioning as to why they went through that thing. There's the whole idea that God hates divorce, and therefore God hates divorce, he hates divorced people, was quite prominent. And reading through this article on Walter Martin, 7 or 8 years after he died, it was written. I chuckled to myself. Walter Martin and the work he has done did the Latter Day Saints so much damage that even now they've got to try and discredit his memory because of that. But it also made me think, what does the church think about divorced people, and can they use them? And the thought came to my mind when I think about how I've heard some people speak about divorce and divorced people, but even Christians as well, people professing to be Christian and being like this as well. And a thought came to my mind, what would they say to Hosea, prophet of Israel, who married a woman who he knew was a prostitute, and continuously ran after her when she went on and had all her affairs and stuff. What would they say? What would they say to his wife? It was Gomer, I believe it was, wasn't it? What would they say to her as an adulteress, a prostitute? Would it be appropriate to have such people in your congregation? And would it be appropriate for him to stand and represent God in the congregation when his home life is in such a mess? Something to think about.